Welcome to the Creepy Parlour, where we delve into the dark side with an undercurrent of light-hearted fun. Our discussions will explore gothic, macabre, or creepy topics. The first Tuesday of every month, we will host a haunted happy hour where you can join us for a group conversation that focuses on ghosts, weird events, urban legends, and more. Here at the Creepy Parlour, our subject matter may be spooky, but our spirits are high. You can catch the Creepy Parlour every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on WLFE DB Radio.
Welcome, everyone, to the Creepy Parlour. I'm Genevieve, and I'm delighted that you're going to share this next hour with us here on WLFE DB Radio. Before we get started, and I bring some of my friends on here, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a summary, of what we're about. The first Tuesday of every month, we're hosting a haunted happy hour, and that just happens to be tonight. So I'm very excited to have some of my very dear friends here joining us this evening for our haunted happy hour. They are regulars on our haunted happy hour that we host on Zoom. And we have a nice haunted happy hour Facebook page, which I'm going to put that up in a moment. Basically, the topic that we're going to talk about tonight really is just what their interests are in the paranormal, and what everyone is interested in coming back to the Creepy Parlour every week or so. So with that, I'm going to start bringing in some of my friends here. Some of you may know this guy here. Hi, Dom.
I don't even know me. Thanks.
Hi, Jillian. Hi, Jen.
Hello.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hello. Nice to see everyone.
Definitely. Hi, Robin Joan. And hi, Lauren and Dave.
Hey, how are you?
Welcome to the Creepy Parlour. I'm so happy that you guys are here tonight. Before we get into some of the really good topics for the evening, just real quick, if you guys want to introduce yourselves, let us know what brought you to the haunted happy hour. I'll go first to break the ice. I'm Genevieve. I actually started the haunted happy hour. I run Jersey Shore Ghost Tours, and it sort of steamrolled out of a fun virtual event that we hosted with Jersey Shore Ghost Tours. So we meet every other week via Zoom. And if you look at the ticker down at the bottom, that's the haunted happy hour information. You're next, Dom.
Well, I had a really cool joke planned for this one, but I'm actually going to be serious with this one. I jumped on out of one of your ghost tours, and then I wasn't going to give it a chance, but I did. And all of you became truthful family to me, and we joke all day long, and you guys have become a huge part of my day, my night, and we could go through literally any kind of family question together, whether it's wrong or right, and we get it done together. So you have built something that's really awesome. So thank you, Genevieve.
Thank you, guys. It wouldn't be the same without all of you. Now on to Miss Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I've been on Jenny's tours when she started this. I'm excited to get to meet other people also into the paranormal. That's about it for now.
More will come out later. Jillian?
I'm Jillian. I am Genevieve's sister, and that's how I'm here.
Good job, Jill.
By force.
Stockholm syndrome. Lauren and Dave.
Hi, I'm Lauren. This is Dave. We've been friends with Jenny for a long time.
Since we were 5.
Yes. And when she started doing the ghost tours, we were like really excited because we kind of dig the paranormal stuff, and then this just sort of blossomed into this, and we are so thrilled to be part of this group. It's so much fun.
Excellent. Welcome. Rob and Joan.
Hi, we joined Happy Haunted Hour because we're paranormal investigators and we like all things paranormal. We like ghosts and UFOs and cryptids and other dimensions and you name it. We'd like to investigate it.
And I'm Rob. She's Joan.
Thank you for clarifying, Rob. And last but certainly not least, we have Cheryl.
Hi,
Cheryl?
everyone. I'm Cheryl, and Facebook suggested that I like Jersey ghost tours, so I did, and I saw that there was a haunted happy hour, and I said, "Ooh, let me join this." And y'all have been amazing, and I'm having a good time here. So
Excellent.
that's about it.
That's all. That's perfect.
Me and my Heineken.
Well, welcome to the Creepy Parlor. I'm really happy that you guys are here. So the main topic of discussion for this evening really is, aside from your interest in what brought you to the Haunted Happy Hour, really talking about some of your interest in the paranormal and any personal experiences that you may be willing to share. So does anybody want to go first, or should I go first again?
Well, Genevieve, I like the way you did that. Yeah, Rob and Joan is good. I was going to say there are ghost hunters in here. So, yeah.
I'll tell you a recent one that I had, and we were doing our morning meditation, just doing our morning meditation and setting the intentions for the day, being mindful, compassionate, lovable, and peaceful, mostly now, right, with the COVID. And all of a sudden, I was not in our living room anymore. I was in this shadow land, and there were two giant dogs sitting on either side of me. They were big and they were gray, but I didn't feel worried. I felt like they were there to protect me. I felt really good. And there was an Indian standing in front of me with his back to me. And he was wearing a cape made out of feathers, white feathers with black tips. And he slowly raised his hands up to the sky. And I was there for just a few minutes and then I was gone. So after our meditation was over, I said to Rob, what the hell happened?
I think that's the right response.
Yeah.
What the hell was that? And
Spirit guides?
That is exactly why I asked Chelsea last night. Yes,
now it makes sense.
That's why I asked her that question. But I'll tell you what happened was later on that afternoon, the governor of New Mexico asked President Trump to please help the Navajo Nation because if something wasn't done, they were in danger of being wiped out completely. And I felt then, and I had then researched black and white feathers, full cloak made out of feathers, and I found that Indian chiefs wear them for ceremonies and stuff. But a friend of mine said shamans wear them. So I looked that up, and that's true. Shamans do wear them for ceremonies, and I felt like it was him asking for help for the Navajo Nation. I don't think he was a living person. I think he was a spirit shaman, but I don't know if he's like my spirit. I would like to know, is that my master spirit guide? That's what.
That would be interesting. I wonder if we can get Chelsea back in on that conversation.
Right, because the two dogs, I did some research on this, and shamans set dogs to be at the portal between the living and the dead. These big dogs. Now, these dogs were not dogs that I felt like could turn and give them a great big hug and stuff, though I would have liked to, but I didn't think I should. But I felt protected, very protected. And I've since thought that perhaps he put them there to keep me like anchored in the land of the living, even though I was in his land. Do you understand what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
So I didn't go completely through the portal. That's probably the weirdest thing I've ever had happen to me.
And this
ever.
was recent. This was
It
a
was
recent
at the
experience.
beginning.
It was in March.
It was in March or April at the beginning of the
wow.
thing. But I haven't talked about it a lot, except to really, close friends that have been some of my pagan friends that really understand more about that stuff than I do.
Did it throw you off a bit? Because I'd imagine that would be an incredibly powerful experience.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I said,
You didn't want to meditate then for
No, I didn't. I
probably a
didn't.
month.
I didn't know where I'd go.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's a double-edged sword, right?
right.
I was going to tie a string around her to pull her back. But I had to.
Like poltergeist.
Yeah, like poltergeist. I wonder if other people have had experiences like that. If there's been, like that call for support or something. I'd be curious to see if anybody else has had something similar. I don't know if you saw me just post. I'll post it up again. Hi, Mom and Dad. Okay, good. You saw it.
I think her friend Michelle is watching too.
Yep.
From Las Vegas, I think.
From Las Vegas.
Yep.
Hi, Michelle. Oh, it's
You're going cross country.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody. It's exciting. That's a really powerful experience, Joan. I was going to tell a simple little ghost story. I don't know if
I know. How do you follow that up?
Oh, come on.
No, it's amazing.
It was.
She's so powerful.
It was really powerful. And, with the COVID, our team still goes out and does investigations. We don't, because we're in that age group that shouldn't be out anywhere. So they said to me, why don't you do remote viewing? I said, I don't know. I've never done remote viewing. And they said, oh, you're going to be great at it. And I said, oh, I don't know. I'll try. Well, I can remote view.
I started doing that as a hobby.
Remote viewing.
Yeah, it's fun.
One of the guys on the team said to me, do not ever remote view me, please. You're too good at it.
I think that is definitely something that is coming out of the mania that is COVID, is that a lot of people are getting out of their comfort zones and exploring new skills, and remote viewing is a really good one to learn.
Yeah,
It's
well,
actually scary.
so the thing with the shaman was not exactly like remote viewing, but I wondered if somehow they're connected.
Can you explain a little bit what remote viewing is?
Can I explain what remote viewing is? Oh, sure. It's like our team will go out on an investigation, and our team never knows anything about the house or what the problems are, because most of us are sensitives. And if we get any foreknowledge, it messes with your mind, and it's hard for you to tune into spirit and understand what is really going on. So one man in the group does. He knows what's happening, and he doesn't tell any of us until afterwards. And so, I mean, I won't even know what town they're going to or anything, but I'll meditate and I'll sit down, and then I'll think about what's happening with them and where they are. And I always see the building first. And then after I see the building, I'll start to see what's happening in different rooms. And I can then tell them, I post, like this one time I saw a body laying in front of the front door of the building. And actually someone had been killed in a drive-by shooting there. And that's where they died.
Oh, wow.
Can you remote view my house?
I can remote view your house. Don't tell me anything about it, because once I know a lot, you know what? I might know too much about your house.
I was going to say you might know too many stories about it.
I might know too much about your house I will give it a chance.
Okay.
They had me remote view a business that I did know about and that I knew about the activity in there before I remote viewed it, and I was lousy at that one.
Jill, your house is a tough one.
I know. That's why I would love for some information if I can get it from anywhere. That would be great.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention my friend Bill just commented that he can answer the question, how can he connect? Bill, I can't get you on the StreamYard right now, but next time, definitely, if you're interested, we'd love to have you on.
Is the question, how do I connect?
I think he wants to connect to the StreamYard.
Right.
Which question can Bill answer?
I think it was the remote viewing.
Oh, about remote viewing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his comment here. In the shamanic model of spirit world, remote viewing would be called a middle world journey.
So I was remote viewing with the shaman.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That is interesting. And I do need to
come-
meditate before I can remote view. I've noticed that.
Bill has a lot of really good information on that stuff. We'll try to get him on the next Creepy Parlor.
That'd
Haunted
be
Happy
great.
Hour.
So coming from another ghost hunter, I want to put a quick one in here because I watched the show the other night with Ted and Cindy and the other WLFED family who had their show on, and they were talking about all the equipment and stuff like that. And I said, "Do you guys use mirrors?" My biggest thing is I use mirrors, and Ted had said that things come up on that you could see by eye but never see with camera, and I totally felt that because I see the blackest figures in the night when I go on these hunts and stuff like that, or when I do kind of something else in the world that I never really talk about. But they flow like waterfalls, black, and you never catch them on camera, but you can see them plain as day in mirrors. As we talked about in the happy hours, that we're not, live in front of the world. But yeah, I mean, you guys understand that.
Oh,
Yes.
definitely. Bill, as I mentioned, Bill has a lot of experience with this, and he commented again that he would strongly recommend you make sure you're in contact with your compassionate helping spirits when you do this.
I just thank you for saying that. I saw that on our feed.
Excellent.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah, I'm going to get Bill on here next time.
Where are my compassionate helping spirits?
They're in your basement.
I am.
Oh, never mind, I found them.
There they are.
There they are. It's a different kind of spirit.
This haunted happy hour.
Spirits are welcome.
That's the other reason why we do this. I'm going to go real quick to our first commercial break, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more about some other experiences. You guys good?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you know how to do that?
Yeah, I do know how to do that. Well, let's see. Let's see if I know.
Time will tell.
Oh, that was the whole.
2021 just got better. Your favorite shows from WLFE DB Radio can now be found on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Yes, we now video stream to both of those platforms. Search for your favorite shows like Where's My Sage, Inside the Drag Closet, Across the Pond, Everything Yet Nothing, Paratalk Radio, Step into the Paranormal, The Creepy Parlor, Just Cindy, and more. Now you won't miss an episode. Remember, follow Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Make sure you subscribe and follow your favorite WLFE DB radio shows. This award-winning thriller has it all. Murder, political intrigue.
Yeah, so that's not working right either. So here I go.
Hey, Genevieve.
Here I go busting on DJ, and he hexed me.
Genevieve. At least it's just not me. God, we're together in this one. I get it. Well,
There's
it's a
gremlins.
bug. Yeah, we'll fix
Remember
it.
to the night before. I played it
But
before and
pretty
it worked.
badass. I know. I play it all the time. I practice all day, and then all of a sudden it don't work on live, and I feel like an ass. So
Well, it's got to keep you humble, right?
I know. I'm just like, are we doing nothing wrong? You cannot mess up clicking a button. So,
And that's our commercial.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll try to play it again, guys, in a little bit. Yeah, we definitely want your commercial out there because for those of you guys that are watching, Rob and Joan are the owners of Carter Novels. So they are also award-winning authors. So we have 2 sets of authors tonight, but we'll talk about that another time.
whoa.
Let's
What do
get
you
back
mean?
to the creepy
I
stuff.
don't get it. I just don't get it. What do you mean? I don't understand what that name
Stop
means.
promoting him, please.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah,
Johnny.
Just stop promoting him.
I know. I'm going to
I
stop.
know.
So who's next? Who's next?
I don't think this is anything, but it's something that I used to do when I was younger. I used to go to some new age stores and I found a CD. Actually, it was a tape at the time, showing my age. And it was subliminal messages on to get you to out of body experience. And it was on auto loop, so I was playing it over and over and over again. And one evening, it actually worked. And I saw myself leaving my body. I was laying down, and I left my body, just kind of sat up while my body was physically flat, and I was purple. And I walked through my door and glided down the stairs. And I was about to turn the corner into the living room, and there were people in the kitchen. And I knew that, and that's where I was heading. But they banged some pots together because we had dishes piled up in the sink, and we were bachelors. And all of a sudden, I was back in my body in my bedroom upstairs.
So the people that you saw in the kitchen, they were not people that you lived with.
They were people that I lived with. Like they were completely separate, and they had no idea what was going on. But I was moving towards them, even though I was upstairs. And that's like the closest thing that I have to a paranormal story.
Wow.
That's a really good one, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you guys ever done anything like that? Sort of like astral projection or physically leaving your body? Spiritually leaving your body?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever returned.
We're not so sure either, Dom.
It's really Joe who's talking, actually.
I had
He went to Mars and never came back.
I had a near-death experience when I was 22 and I left my body.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's why I can't get the vaccine, because I had anaphylactic shock from a vaccine that I just had.
Wow.
And I had to be resuscitated. But I mean, I left my body and I went on a little trip and then I had to go back.
I find that to be like a common recurring theme for a lot of people that are interested in the paranormal, that they had those near-death experiences, saw things that they didn't expect to see, and then came back and started to see things a little bit differently.
Yeah. I think a lot of people that are sensitive have had near-death experiences. I really do. I think a lot have.
Well, Rob and Joan, I want to say, like, I do a channel if it's this weird thing where I could go away and I could channel, and then I could lucid dream within the channeling, and then it goes into sleep paralysis, at which I'm no longer able to have control. and you literally, in weirdness, I could jerk my neck like this. I'm trying to wake myself up because I'm telling myself to wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. And it takes a lot. And then I just don't go back to sleep. So like all of that lucid, I totally get. It gets a little bit scary. It's beautiful, and then it's scary.
Yeah, I'd imagine it would be.
My sister was a channeler. She passed away from a brain tumor, but she was really accurate too. I mean, amazing.
It's a whole different world that you can't explain to anyone. Like, it's another plane. It really, truly is.
Yeah.
I think we had.
But then
Go ahead. Sorry.
No. I was commenting on all the comments and stuff, and I'm glad that everyone's here. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm a little bit excited, yo. This is cool.
Yeah, we don't generally get comments when we're in our regular haunted happy hours, right?
Yeah, we just make them.
There's a reason for that. There's a reason that those are not broadcast.
It's usually Jillian texting me saying, "Dom, shut up. I'm going to kill you. I'm on the way to South Florida right now."
Well, I think that could be a good advertisement for people who want to join the haunted happy hour. Join us on the haunted happy hour, and you get to see the stuff that doesn't get broadcasted.
And what happens in haunted happy hour is in the haunted happy hour chat.
Yeah.
They were like, behave yourself tonight.
Yes.
This is very
more professional.
Tom Nally's up in here. I can see Tom Nally.
Yeah.
And I see that Dom's fired again.
Oh,
How many
We knew
times?
that was going to happen.
Can't imagine why.
oh, fuck.
Can't imagine why.
Double firing.
One of the other really cool things that I love about doing the happy hour is that so many of us came to it because we've had our own paranormal experiences. I would love for Jillian to tell some of the stories about her house if she's comfortable.
I guess the latest one about the growling.
Yeah.
I was. You know that we have 1,000 animals in the house, and the dogs always come to sleep with me, but the cats don't. The cats like kind of playtime for kitties after 10 p.m. And I was in bed, and it was completely quiet. I like to go to bed and read, and all of a sudden I heard like a very, very loud growl right outside my bedroom door. And it was not a cat because they were downstairs and my dogs were with me, and they all stood up. Now I have all the like little Chihuahua type dogs, and they all like stood on my side and were like, like that doesn't happen. Like, paying attention. That was a few months ago. Like like we've discussed before, I only have a certain amount of time that I have stuff going on here in the house.
No.
And
disorder. Yeah.
And she messaged me after that happened, and my first response was, "I'll be there in 40 minutes."
Jillian, about your house, when we all started this, and this is how a happy hour technically, with Genevieve starting it, you were comfortable enough when I said I was a ghost hunter, things like that, bringing other people in. You sent me the address, and it was tough to find, but this is where you have to break the boundaries of questions and trust with people, and Genevieve accomplished that as far as all of us kind of now being a family. And I think that was the whole point of this thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just haven't returned from that lucid dream, but you guys have become my lucid dreams. Like, I really
oh boy,
I knew you were. I knew you were. I sent you my address anyway, so I don't know what that says about me.
I know. I mean, I truly love you all.
I think that reflects our community that we've built here. You know, everyone feels comfortable. Everyone's happy to talk about their stories. Everyone feels like they have a nice, safe place to talk. And I think that's really important, especially right now because we don't have the contacts that we normally have because of everyone being isolated.
Yeah, and you can kind of, Cheryl is a perfect example of that. I'm sorry to call you out, Cheryl. But
That's
in
okay.
the beginning of our happy hours, you just kind of, you chilled in the background. You know, occasionally we started taking a little drink, and you just like to listen. And now you're involved every time we do something, and it's great.
Yep, a little more. I'm opening up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You came out to our one and only in-person thing before it got crazy again. That was great.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. That was a wonderful time.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really fun night. We all got
This
together
radio
right
station is
before.
being mean to me.
Tiny bucket.
Yeah, I just stuck it up there for you.
I just quit.
Right before
Fuck this. I'm not fired. I just quit.
I'm going to mute you in a second. Right before, toward the end of November, or the beginning of November, I should say, we all got together and did a streaming. We streamed our ghost tour here in Keyport and had some drinks just before we got before the coronavirus cases started to go up again. So that was really, really nice to have some of these people that we've met online and get together and see each other. It was really, really, really fun. And it's really great for me because I love sharing my ghost stories. So the more people that hear my stories, the better. So that was pretty cool. Bill's saying
You
he
really
can
got
come
to keep
over.
rubbing that in or what? You really got to keep rubbing that one in.
Which one?
The Dom, it's already on screen. Get me off there. Come on. Real Talk with Dom is really flying right to the mountains right now. It's going downhill.
I'll put that one up. How's that?
I love all you
Teddy
guys.
loves you, Dom. It's okay.
Oh, shit.
For those of you guys who are watching, Dom has his own show, Real Talk with Dom. And what night is that?
Monday.
Oh, you're asking me question real quick?
10 to 12.
Oh. Hold on one second.
Joan does her homework.
On Monday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, not only do I have 2 books that you can find on different formats, now with chrono novels, but you can find Real Talk with Dom on WLFEDB on Monday nights. Thank you, Jen, for the plug. And wait a minute, where am I right now? Where are we at?
Please like, share, and subscribe.
And
Another
follow.
thing I just wanted to mention, and follow. Another thing I just wanted to mention too, Ryan brought up a really good point here. One of the other fun things that we've been doing, we talk about different readings and things like that. And some of us have been exploring tarot card readings. And everyone has been kind enough to volunteer their time and get readings and things like that. So it's a little bit more than just getting together and talking. It's really helping each other out, learning these new fun things.
It's really fun. It just is fun.
We'll keep saying it's fun. It's fun. Just join us. It's fun.
One of us. One of us.
One of us.
75
So
phone
well-
calls later, and it becomes fun.
So anyone else have a story they want to share tonight?
I've got a quick story.
Yes.
And actually, I'm not going to tell the story, but I'm going to tell you where you can see it, and you can see the film we took on it on our SLS camera. You go to carternovels.com and then go to the header that says Paranormal Corner. And there we have about the third article down, we have an article about the hanging tree in Gettysburg. And we went there and we used our SLS, and we captured some pretty interesting results on that. We came across 2 figures up in the tree where they had been hanging on our SLS.
Can you just let people know what that is?
Yeah, it's a camera that works like on the Kinect technology, where it maps out your people. It finds forms of people and motion. So, and also then it's got it in both infrared and thermal on that on that page. So, and the story is there, the whole story. It's kind of a long story, so I don't want to take up any more time with. We got other people that haven't spoken, I think.
Well, I put the carternovels.com website down there if anyone wants to check that out.
Yeah, it's Paranormal Corner is the tab that you go to.
Paranormal Corner.
Yeah.
That was too much for me to type at the same time. Sorry.
Carter Novels is pretty great, actually. Not that there's any other authors in here, and I'm not going to mention that again. But yeah, they really, I know they really truly have art back. I love it. Like, and the website's amazing. And there's a lot of great people on there. So yeah, and if you just like to read and stuff like that, it's awesome.
Yeah, Dom's on our Dom can be found on Indie Book Source, and that's our other website.
I thought you said empty bookstores. That's what I heard.
That would make more sense.
Dom can be found at Walden Books. At your local empty mall.
I-75. Here, you guys won it for 25 cents, yo. Well, nobody else won I-75. So.
Our author website that Dom's talking about is actually indiebooksource.com. And he's on, and Dom's on that. His books are on that.
And so is Ted.
Yeah,
so
Ted's on there.
Books on there.
I don't know how they got on there, but they're on there.
You guys, Genevieve, you gotta write a book.
I think it was Paranormal.
Genevieve, you gotta write a book.
We'll get there.
You gotta write
we got the Creepy Parlour first. Real quick, I'm just going to take another quick break. We're going to try the commercial again. Hopefully, we can see Robin Jones commercial.
Oh, I hope you fail.
Oh, you are mean.
I just messed.
You're not coming back.
You are fired.
You're fired.
Yeah, you're fired from working
Just
happy hour.
finish him.
You are fired. Let's try it again.
All
right, hang on, guys.
Oh,
Nice.
cute. Like the cute cat.
Hi, baby.
2021 just got better. Your favorite shows from WLFE DB Radio can now be found on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Yes, we now video stream to both of those platforms. Search for your favorite shows like Where's My Sage, Inside the Drag Closet, Across the Pond, Everything Yet Nothing, Paratalk Radio, Step into the Paranormal, The Creepy Parlor, Just Cindy, and more. Now you won't miss an episode. Remember, follow Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Make sure you subscribe and follow your favorite WLFE DB radio shows. This award-winning thriller has it all. Murder, political intrigue, mob revenge, and a bit of romance. Not to mention strong female and male characters with a storyline that could be tomorrow's headline news. Now for a quick peek into our story. To help solving a nationwide plot involving the assassination of several U.S. senators, the O'Rourke team is called in. To complicate matters, they now have to work against the clock to rescue one of their own. You see, the mob didn't take too kindly to the O'Rourke team's involvement last spring. It seems to have led to the indictment of their boss. Will they succeed? You're listening to WLFE DB Radio. Now, back to our program. 2021 just got better.
Thanks,
Better that time.
Thanks, Jenna.
Thanks, Jenna.
Yeah, Jenna's great, isn't she?
Yep.
Definitely works better that time. That was just to spite Dom.
Definitely foot and mouth.
I shouldn't be too cocky. I got another thing that I gotta play later. So who hasn't talked yet? Jen, do you want to share any stories? Carol, you want to share any stories? You don't have to. You can just hang out.
I mean, I have weird stories, but I don't know if they're paranormal from my job.
Are you cool with sharing that, or?
I am cool with it. So for those who know me, I grew up at a funeral home, or several funeral homes, and with one of our locations, my boss and I were hanging out down in the office. She was on the phone. I was doing paperwork.
Jen, you're echoing a little bit over here.
Ugh.
Do you have a headphones or anything, Jen?
No,
Oh,
not the
I
funeral
think
home.
that might be why you're echoing a little bit.
Yeah.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead. Go ahead.
So we were in the office. She's on the phone with a family. I'm doing paperwork at the other desk, and we hear what sounds like two doors slam. There's no one else in the funeral home. It wasn't windy out. I went to go look around, and one of the doors that sounded like a scent was locked, and the other never opened.
I do want
And you don't think that that's paranormal?
I don't know. We
Yeah,
both
right?
we both stared at each other to make sure that each of us heard it, and I went adventuring around to make sure there was no one else in the funeral home. The doors are locked, so no one can get in. So that was weird. And then we were in the attic at another location, cleaning it out, whatever.
Oh, this was a good one.
And we're in one corner of the attic, and there's this big like chest cabinet standing up in the attic. And we were talking, and all of a sudden, like we hear it fall over.
So when that happened, the first thing that I get a text message from Jen saying, something's going on at the funeral home. Because when something happens, something weird happens, you stop it. I'm taking you out. Stop it. One of the first things that happens when weird things happen is that people either message me or call me or something.
I'm always the first one to call you when something weird happens here.
I know. The thing that was really the thing that I'm interested in too with Jen's story is, given the type of work that you do you think that you're more likely to believe in the paranormal, or do you find it to be a little bit less likely? Like before you started doing that type of work, were you a little more superstitious, a little more into the paranormal, or the same?
It's about the same. Right now, I kind of look at things that were critical eye, being alone at the funeral home late at night, doing paperwork. It's like, are things happening, or is it just quiet and eerie because I'm making it that way? But it's about the same.
Yeah, I wonder sometimes how much of it is like tricks that we kind of play with our own minds a little bit. And I'd imagine
Yeah, like when you turn the lights off and you have to run.
Still to this day, can't let your foot hang off the bed, right? Because you never know.
No.
Now, I'm joking around a lot tonight, but I want you to know something about this. This is a joke, and let me tell you how much of a dear friend Jen is. She don't know me in the world, and this is what the haunted happy hour means to me, and this is why I want the entire world to see what this has all become. Dearest Dom, Johnny Two Books, happiest of holidays, my friend. Can't wait for you to get your ass to Jersey. So many adventures. Hoping your Christmas is wonderful as you are. Wishes a merry, happy, safe, and healthy New Year. Always, Jen. Straight the fuck up. I know. This is real people. And that's what it's about.
Yeah.
She took our time to buy cards for people. Jen, you took time out to say, hey, we're doing a friggin' Krampus hour. I fucked that completely up. You know that. And we got each other gifts. And I looked forward to that shit, yo. I love this shit.
Well,
that means
and I think
the
that's
world,
I think part of it too is I'm forgive me if I'm speaking for you guys, but part of the happy hour thing is also that we kind of come together under this very unique interest. Well, maybe it's not as unique as I think it is, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not something that everybody's into. So we kind of have that nice baseline. We're all into some weird, crazy paranormal stuff, And that kind of takes down some of the we're all the same level playing ground, I think, and I think that's pretty cool.
You did it.
And now we can just all pick on Dom.
That's been our secondary uniting cause. He likes it. You gotta stop. He's feeding off of it.
I know, he loves it so much.
Cheryl, did you have any stories you want to share?
Besides what I wrote on Facebook, after that happened in the closet, kind of knew. Hold on. Somebody was trying to call me. I'm sorry. I kind of knew there was a ghost in the house, so I was laying in bed, and I had my ex-husband put up this really cool sounding ship. It sounded like a ship. It was a bell to the tree. So I was laying down one day and I said, if there's really a ghost in this house, ring that bell 7 times. And sure enough, ding, 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 7 times. And it was just kind of freaky. And I haven't experienced anything since like 2009, but I wish I would.
Maybe you just need to ask them a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just invite them.
You're not in the same house.
Invite them in. No. And it's funny because my son and his now wife lived in the finished basement for a while, and Samantha would say to me, Mama Rosa, you told me this house is haunted, right? And I said, yeah. And she said, I hear doors slamming all the time upstairs and cats walking around that aren't there. And so I knew there was a ghosts in there, but I wish they lived here. Only friendly ones, though. So
I think when you start putting limitations on them, then they get a little bit, aggravated.
We call it when our cats start chasing things around that like we can't see. We call it the clear ones. We say they see clear ones.
Oh, that's creepy.
Oh no!
That's creepy.
Well, there's a clear one over there. Like
they'll just randomly focus into one area, and there's no noise coming from there.
Dominic.
And they're like, "You're seeing clear ones again, aren't you?"
Oh, that's creepy.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I just wanted to real quick. Tom is yelling at DJ for me. That isn't real people. It's a card. Just put him in perspective.
I just got the VW symbol because I know I gotta hide in the bushes in the morning. I gotta go now. Actually, I think.
This
Take
is
him
not
down.
the Dominic hour.
So just I've had a lot of creepy experiences myself, and it's one of the reasons why I started doing the ghost tours. I always had a really, really strong interest in the paranormal. Jill and I grew up in a house that had some just strange things that happened. Would you say it was haunted, Jill?
I think we talked about this on one of our other ones. I always felt like I was being watched in the house. Like I never ever felt truly comfortable. But I never actually saw anything. But it was always a feeling in that house, like there was somebody behind you. There was somebody just like kind of like, hey, I'm here.
Well,
but I never actually saw anything.
Karen, I love that house. We had it was probably about, I would say like a couple months before our dad passed away, and my mom and dad and I were sitting in the kitchen, and we heard it sounded like something falling down the stairs. And the way the house was set up, you couldn't see the stairs from where we were sitting. And then we all saw something kind of flip around the corner. It looked almost like my mom described it as like a bat wing. To me, it kind of looked like a black cape just kind of fluttered around the corner. And all three of us saw it. She also saw some other stuff in the house too that I think was possibly paranormal. But it definitely started my interest in all this stuff. And from there grew into obviously a love for Halloween and a love for telling ghost stories, which became this. So awesome. Yeah, Karen, we love that house too. I know, but you know, I find like, and I hope you guys don't take offense to this, but I feel like we're like the misfit toys, and I mean that from like a really sincere, nice way. Like we all have something that's just a little bit quirky that brings us all together, and I think that's really cool. So I appreciate that in all of you.
Agreed.
I appreciate you, Genevieve, more than you'll ever know. Like co-pilot to a show to just bringing people together. You did something that a lot of people have trouble to do. I'm proud of you, no matter what. Like I'll joke around and all that shit, no matter what. But you know how much respect I have for you, straight up, and all of you as well. You did this.
We all did this. I mean, this
I like
isn't
you,
like,
I guess.
your comments have been approved by Jillian. I think that again, like, yeah, we started this on Jersey Shore Ghost Tours, but the way that the group grows and the way that people engage is really reflection of who we are as a group. So it's not just, it's all of us that have made this. So I appreciate that a lot. And I love that you guys are all here. And I love that you're willing to share your stories, because not everybody's interested in sharing, and not everybody feels comfortable doing that. So again, I really, really appreciate that. And we're going to do this again. We're going to do this every first Tuesday of the month. So all of you guys, if you're interested in coming back, I would love to have you back on. Our next Haunted Happy Hour, official Haunted Happy Hour on the candid version of the Haunted Happy Hour.
The uncensored version. Yeah.
Uncensored version, the one that's not recorded.
Oh, this one was censored?
That will be a week from Thursday. So what's that date? The 14th. January 14th.
Yes.
So I hope you guys can all make it. I'm going to put the banner back up too. So if anybody out there is interested in joining us, if we haven't shown you how crazy our group is, there's the Facebook page right there, Haunted Happy Hour group. And just so you guys know too, Jill and I have been working, my sister Jill is an admin on the page as well. We've been working on coming up with some content to get people really engaged, start some discussions on the page, and try to get some of the non-chatty members to start coming out of their shells a little bit. So we only have a few more minutes left. Does anybody have anything else they want to share?
Not at this time.
No, I don't think so.
Not at this time. Not at this time.
I have something to share off air.
Oh.
Is everyone going backstage after this?
We are.
Okay. So I plan on getting reprimanded pretty hard. So this is going to be sweet. Jill is just going to, that makeup is just getting wiped off, and I'm getting my ass nailed right to the wall. Can't wait, Mo.
You guys feed into it. You guys feed into it on him. So before we end the show tonight, we're actually almost out of time. I just want to mention that next week on the Creepy Parlor, I am very excited that my guest will be Jennifer Davino. She is a dear friend and a very gifted medium. I see you
Very
clapping
cool.
your hands over there, Jen. She also has some really good ghost stories as well, and she's contributed some stories to our Jersey Shore Ghost Tours events. So please check us out next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. The following week, we are going to have a birthday party for Edgar Allan Poe. So that's going to be super exciting. Yes. And I'll keep my last guest a secret till next week.
Ooh. Not me.
Oh, you know, she knows everything.
Rob, nice hat.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Love it.
Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you
I know
for
it's
having us.
sometimes not easy to do this stuff. I appreciate it. I hope that you had as much fun as I did.
We did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
And one more time, Robin Joan, tell us about your website real quick.
CarterNovels.com or IndieBookSource.com. Either one.
IndieBookSource.com.
Indie Booksource.
Yes.
Indie, not
Indie,
empty.
not empty. No.
Not empty.
That's my glass.
That's mine too. My bottle of seltzer because it's a Tuesday night. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. I'm going to sign off for now. I will talk with you shortly. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. And until next Tuesday, stay creepy, everybody.
Thank you for joining us on the Creepy Parlour. Join us next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern for another fantastic show.
Hello.